Good morning. This is what I get to see this morning. This beautiful place that I came to for just the night. And I'm standing outside of my room. Really early, of course. It is still dark. Just being grateful and thankful for this day. You know, we've had quite a few hurricanes come right through here in the past years. And yet, through all the wind and the rain and the storm and the water, this place is still here. And it's still beautiful. Just like you.
You know, I sound pretty perky, and I am pretty perky. And I can think back at many Thanksgivings that I've had since 2013 that I wasn't very perky. Matter of fact, it was very sad, as I was still struggling and dealing with grief and loss. But today, I'm perky because I just made my mind up that I'm going to be. That I'm not going to wallow. I'm not going to be sad. I'm going to enjoy the day. If you watched yesterday's video, it was on gratefulness. And remember that I mentioned that sometimes it's easy to be grateful for the big things and harder to be grateful for the smaller things? Well, I'm challenging you and me to really be specific. The way that I think of that is if I think about the moment, what am I thankful for right now? What's going on around me right now that I can be grateful for, that if I didn't have it, I might miss it. Right now I'm looking out at my beautiful garden. I'm grateful for that garden. I'm grateful for every tree. I'm grateful for every plant and flower. I'm grateful for the beautiful mums. Every season, fall season, I have to have some mums. And I have some hanging out here in my garden that I'm enjoying. Pretty soon it's going to be poinsettias. That's going to take the mama's place. But I'm very grateful that I've got the Floridians call it a lanai. I call it a porch because from where I am in North Carolina, it's a porch. I enjoy my porch. I'm very grateful for this beautiful space. Grateful that I have a chair to sit in, and grateful that I can sit down in this chair and that I can get up from this chair. I'm grateful that I have two legs that will move, and I have two hands that I can use to make things and pick up things and do things that I might or couldn't do unless I discovered alternative ways, which there's some very creative people who do. I'm grateful for my neighbors. I have the most amazing neighbors. I was walking this morning with Bailey, and I ran into a neighbor across the street, and he had the dog, and he had his little girl that is just a few months old. And I haven't seen them in a while, and they made me happy. It was awesome to see them. I'm grateful that I'm surrounded by amazing, caring, loving people. I'm grateful for friends that God has put in my life. I have friends from school. I have friends that are very caring and loving towards me. I had a friend who invited me tomorrow for Thanksgiving. I am grateful that I have somewhere to go tomorrow. Sweet little text from my son today asking me for the sweet potato casserole that I used to make years and years and years ago. Of course, everybody did years and years and years ago. But I remember a specific time that I made this sweet potato casserole when they lived in Nebraska. It was when their oldest 23-year-old was just a baby. And I made the sweet potato casserole and left it sitting outside on the counter all night long. So my son's wife thought that was an awful idea, which, you know, it was, but back then we didn't think about stuff like that. So he asked me for the sweet potato casserole, and I can't believe it, but I found the recipe. Look. I know, it's not zooming very good. Can't see it very well, but this is my handwriting from years and years ago, and this is probably, I don't know, 35 years ago. A sweet little memory for Thanksgiving Day. I hope it tasted really good, my son. Here's a thankfulness song, gratefulness song that I wrote when I was just a young girl. I'm just going to sing the chorus for you, but it kind of might help you get started with your practice of gratefulness. There's a roof up above me. I've got a good place to sleep. There's food on my table and shoes on my feet. You gave me your love, Lord, and a fine family. And so I thank you, Lord, for your blessings on me. Have a fabulous day.